Welcome to CLbyte number 2. In this video, we're going to look at how computation layer can be used to verify values entered in a table, and then give feedback to students about whether or not their entries are correct. So I'm going to first, we're going to take a look at what this slide does. So we have a table. It's about converting a number from decimal to binary. And the note gives us an example and asks us to find the binary number associated with each decimal number and then press submit to check our work. So I'm going to take a look at each one of these. 6 would be 4 plus 2, no ones. 15 would be 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. And 32 is 32. And zeros after that. So when I submit, well, I'm going to make my last answer wrong first. So if I enter these and one of my answers is not correct, when I submit, the note changes and says at least one of my numbers is not correct. Please try again. I can reset. If I have all of the binary numbers correct, when I submit, it says you did it. So let's take a look at the computation layer behind this. I'm going to open my activity and edit my activity. And this slide has two elements. It has a table, which I've named bin table 1. The gear is highlighted, so I have some computation layer back here. And then I have bin note 1 and some computation layer back here. So first let's look in the gear on the table. So the only thing in here is the submit button. And the text is here. So that's what created the submit button on the table so I could check my work. So now let's take a look at the computation layer behind the note. So here I have 3 variables defined. Success, there's a message, you did it. Failure results in a message that at least one of your numbers is incorrect, please try again. The welcome message is the set of directions that I give to the student when they first come to the slide. Then I have also defined some variables for entries in the table. There are a lot of columns there which will help students determine the correct answer, but I'm only checking the binary numbers in the last column. So I've named my table, and I'm checking the numeric value in the cell, that binary number that gets entered, and this is the location of the cell that I'm defining as row 2 bin. Then the row 3 bin is the next one below that. Row 4 bin is the entry below that. So now down here, I finally have the content of my note, and I have some when statements. When the bin table has not been submitted, then student sees the welcome message. When the entries have been submitted, I've hit the submit button, and the row 2 value is 110. The row 3 bin is 1111. Row 4 bin is 1 with 5 zeros. I get the success message. Otherwise, I get a failure message. So this determines the content in the note that the student sees at any given time. So let's take one more look. So at first I have the welcome message. I haven't submitted anything. Once I submit, I'm only going to enter the first one. It's clearly wrong. The rest aren't entered. Once I submit an incorrect answer, the content that I see changes, tells me I'm incorrect. If I reset, the welcome message comes back because now I have a not submit situation. And if I have all 4 entries correct, because remember, I didn't define any variables to check these cells in my table. I only checked the 3 entries in the last column. If those are correct, I get the success message. So I hope that helps you when creating tables in your own Desmos activities and be able to give feedback to your students.